Hey everybody, welcome back to Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. Remember, before we get to those pitches, hit that subscribe button, join Ninja Nation, and keep us the fastest growing baseball community on YouTube. So hit subscribe right now, and without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start with Tristan McKenzie, who had these pretty curveballs. McKenzie has one of the better curveballs among starting pitchers in baseball. Opponents are only hitting 125 against it with a 35% whiff rate. Coincidentally, 125 is also McKenzie's weight. Just kidding, but I bet you were going to look that up. Here is Tristan McKenzie's curveball grip.
My curveball, I normally just go at the top of this horseshoe right here. So I feel the ball almost like when I start to rip it or I really want to get on top of it or throw it hard, I can get to the front of the ball and I can get that true like on top of it feeling and feel like the ball's not necessarily coming up out of my hand. It's coming straight out like my fastball and going straight down.
McKenzie faced Paul Blackburn, who had another solid outing. 8 innings, no runs, and 3 strikeouts thanks to these curveballs. He continues to be really good this year. His ERA, 2.31. Dick Mountain had these wicked curveballs and sneaky fastballs, and you know how much I love Dick Mountain. Okay, that sounded a little odd. Pablo Lopez had 5 strikeouts and had these nasty changeups. Opponents are only hitting 140 against his changeup with a 41% whiff rate, and he's got a 2.3 ERA this year. He also has a sweet Pitching Ninja shirt. Jacob Junis had these mean sliders and this pretty front door two-seamer. Jose Berrios had 5 strikeouts and 8 one-run innings. He had his sick curveball working, and I love this front door two-seamer and instant K strut. I mean, he was almost in the dugout by the time the umpire rang the hitter up. Luis Castillo may have had the filthiest pitch of the night with his 98-mile-an-hour sinker. Yuck. Joe Musgrove had 8 Ks in 6 scoreless innings and had his beautiful curveball working. I also love seeing the game within the game. Here Musgrove plays tic-tac-toe with Chad Kuhl on the mound. This is legendary. Imagine having to keep up with scouting reports and your next move in tic-tac-toe. Pitchers are surely talented these days. Mackenzie Gore struggled with command trying to interrupt this interview with Sean Manaea. Come on, kid, make an adjustment.
He's trying to do some cool stuff, but he's not good at what he's doing.
So he's a couple he's missed, straight up.
Luis Severino was dominant with 10 Ks in 6 innings thanks to his fastball, sliders, and changeups. I love watching Sevy pitch. Another dude I love watching pitch is Quadzilla, Spencer Strider. He had 8 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings, giving up no runs and only 4 hits. Just overpowering stuff, and he had a vicious slider last night. His ERA on the year, 2.35. I would love to see him in the middle of the Rookie of the Year race. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Genesis Cabrera and Ryan Helsley both were nasty. Cabrera had his awesome K-strut working, and Helsley finished off the game with a hundo. Griffin Jack struck out the side with this filth. In college baseball, number 1 Tennessee lost, but Ben Joyce pitched in relief and had 29 pitches over 101 miles an hour. Since they've been tracking velocity, no major league pitcher has thrown that many 101-mile-an-hour fastballs in one game. I love him flipping in a 102-mile-an-hour, get-me-over fastball on this 3-0 count. That is insane. Also in that game, Drew Gilbert got tossed for arguing this low strike. Yeah, the pitch was low, and a terrible strike call, but you can't look the umpire straight in the eye and say, "You're effing terrible. That was effing awful," and expect to stay in the game. I mean, look at the surprise on Gilbert's face. Even if what you said is 100% true, you shouldn't really be surprised about getting ejected there.
Suck my cock! I'll murder your family! You're gone, Jackie Moon!
Tanner Houck had these filthy sinkers and sliders. Ron Marinaccio had this dirty slider for the Yankees. Cue the trumpets. Edwin Diaz had these wicked slider Ks. And Miguel Castro had this White Castle special. Now, onto my Pitching Ninja moment of zen. We have us a case of Walkus interruptus.
Soto takes strike 3, a fastball running down and in.